We're in a different lighting setup here, and if you want to get this fudge, hit stop. Man, we just are so cheap here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna walk you through our exact lighting setup along with the equipment that we're using to make this all possible. Stick around. Let me talk a little bit about why we have the lighting set up this particular way. To create really flattering light for just about anybody to step into this is you want soft diffused light up on top. So you have your main light source, your key light up on top, and it's going to light most of my face. If you don't have some kind of light at the bottom, is you'll see really dark shadows underneath my face. Let me show you what it looks like without the light on the bottom on. So turn that off, Aaron. You see how the shadows underneath my chin, my nose, and underneath my eyebrows get really dark. This is very dramatic. Here's the difference before and after. We have two Westcott flex lights. They're on these Velcro panels. You can pretty much put these Westcott flex lights anywhere, and these are 2x2 LED lights. You're wondering, like, what's the difference between a $400 light and an $800 or a $2,000 light? It's the CRI, the color rendering index, that makes a difference. Next up is this little guy. This is a torch light, and it's a tiny little battery powered thing, but you can also plug an AC adapter in here. This is a bicolor, so you can swing it from warm to cool, so it can be tungsten or daylight. We're just using this little guy to light the acoustical foam in the back. Without this light here, there's not a lot of separation from me and the background. So what we've done is we've put some distance between me, the subject, and the wall. The more distance there is, the greater separation. You can have this more out of focus. So when you're lighting, you're always looking for separation and helping people and the eye pick up on things. If you understand the concepts of having a butterfly lighting setup, something soft and diffused at the top, something that fills in the shadows, that's gonna take you miles away from where you're at right now in terms of lighting. Let's talk about the mic setup that we have up here. This is the Rode NTG3. It's not cheap. This is a really good mic. And what you want to do is you want to aim the mic towards the mouth. Imagine if there were a tube extending down, you want to hit your mouth. It's as close to my mouth as possible with that being in the frame. As long as I don't move around too much, the audio will be okay. All right, let's talk about some grip equipment. Can't let you go without knowing all this stuff because this stuff is not floating in the air. Okay, so first up is a clamp that we've attached to the tripod with a tension arm. You loosen it counterclockwise. I'm able to reposition this monitor pretty much any which way. So over here is a C-stand. It is an Avenger. We've got three things mounted to a single C-stand. And the way we do that is first, we put a sandbag on here so it doesn't tip over. I'm sure Matt Workman's gonna look at this and laugh because I don't know all the terms. So right here you can see this is a clamp attached to the base of the C-stand, and then there's a knuckle here which allows us to put a 1/4-inch pin into here and mount this light. If you go up here, now here's another clamp, ME114 center jaw vice grip. Attached to it is another knuckle and a little mount here to hold the boom. I'm gonna move the boom around so you guys can see. So it fits in here. It can be adjusted up and down, and that holds it steady. This is a Westcott arm at the top of the C-stand, and that allows us to rotate and pivot this thing a number of different degrees. The workhorse is the Sony FS5. It's a 4K Super 35mm sensor. We've got a Metabones Super Speed Booster 2 because the Sony E mount needs to go to Canon glass, so that's an EF mount there. And this is the Rokinon 35mm, and it's a pretty fast piece of glass, and that's why we love it. 1.5 aperture. Coming out of this Sony FS5 is the Blackmagic Video Assist 4K. This is a 4K monitor, and I need this because I gotta make sure my hands are in the frame, or I wanna move out of the shot or just run right up to it. I could do crazy things like that. I need to be able to see. All this stuff that we're talking about, I'll include in the description notes below. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be around. And that's it, you guys.